Do you think that write what you know means to do your research? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. I am actually going to gently and kindly push back against this a little bit. I think this comment was made in good faith. I think that this is a very reasonable way to approach this. And I think what they intend under here, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think they mean that, like, if we want to say write what you know, then you should know the things that you're writing, which means get to know those things, right? Like, take the time to learn those things and make them the things that you know before you put them in your story, which is a good piece of advice. I'm not going to discount that. I'm not going to advise you against that. You should do research. You should talk to experts. You should have experts read your book if you can. You should definitely do the work into learning the stuff that you are writing about. But I am going to push back against the idea that write what you know has anything to do with external stuff at all. If that was true, we'd have no books about dragons or magic systems or people traveling to Mars, right? Like, we wouldn't have a whole lot of books that we really, really enjoy. There would be no vampire books, there would be no werewolf books, right? There would be a whole big chunk of the bookstore just entirely missing because you can't possibly know these things that have never existed. And so it's not so much about knowing this external stuff or understanding these things that are like scientific and can be observed. I think write what you know is much more applicable when we are talking about interiority. That you should be using the things that you know and that you have felt and that you understand and you are empathetic to, and you are working those into your story. Twilight was extraordinarily successful, not because there were vampires in it. In fact, I think it largely succeeded despite having vampires in it. But it was largely successful because there are a whole lot of girls and women who understood what it felt like to feel just thoroughly mundane and ignorable, that they felt like they were too average, too basic. That feeling felt very universal and it connected with a lot of people as a result. That's the thing that write what you know really helps us with, is tapping into those pieces of humanity and our interiority and the ways that we can connect to one another. It's not so much about whether or not you really understand corsets or vampires or horses or any of those things. Even though, yeah, you should do your research. Write what you know is about writing about who you are as a person and how you can connect to other people out there.